Good morning, beautiful souls. Happy Monday. Welcome to the start of another week on planet Earth. We've got lots of really interesting stuff coming up. How did you all find the energy of the 12/12 date, the portal yesterday? After the run up to it, I actually felt it was calm, harmonious and peaceful. There was an incredible arrangement of planets in the sky that were all aligning, and this marks the opening of the gateway into what we are going to experience now between the point at which you are listening to this and the solstice. And of course we have the holiday periods, and we've got all of the other things mixed into it on top. Now, I was working last night with a very good friend of mine called Alice Heath from Ascension to Love. I'll include her link underneath, but she's incredibly knowledgeable with the greater picture, the energy influence that we are receiving and that we are externalizing and internalizing at the moment. And one thing that came up repeatedly was information that I'd been receiving over and over again as well, and it's about how important it is at the moment to be and the word that was given to me is decontaminating our fields. Okay, now those are more I've been seeing who wishes to work and who is bringing this magic, this alchemy in, and of course it's Merlin. Merlin is stepping forwards, and for us now, as we move through, as I was saying on Friday, every little bit that we can do on a daily basis, no matter how challenged we are, we might be flying through this period at the moment, or we might be just taking it one little step at a time. And it is, as long as you have brought everything that you are capable of doing at that time to the table, that is all that matters. And the action and the intention of this will bring light into your fields. It will bless your process. It will make every single step that you take forwards lighter and brighter and easier to accommodate all of this light coming in. But there is a huge field of, as well as this incredible Christ light that we are beginning to receive now, this cosmic Christ light is coming in at a frequency that, again, it's higher than last year, and last year was higher than the year before. Every single time that we integrate these new periods, we step up and we expand, and the things that we need to release we release willingly, or they get dug out. And a lot of us we are experiencing that shadow stuff at the moment. It's coming out whether we are willing to let go of it or not, and it's the lack of willing that creates resistance, and therefore what we would perceive as a struggle with our current process. So that's the internal stuff. That's what's going on with us. But Merlin wants to look at our environment, and we have the choice of two, as you know. We've got the fifth dimensional vibrations, which we are willingly keying ourselves into on whenever we can, whenever we think about it, whenever we attune to the angels, whenever we tune to our heart centers, to our higher selves, and every other facet of this cornucopia of enlightened beings, that are here ready to help us. We also have the very large and sludgy pool of 3D, and I'm not going to kind of mince my words with it. It's sort of like with the date that occurred yesterday, the 12/12, the 3D matrix also chose to use that as a launch point to throw more confusion and more fear into the fields. And they've got assistance as well. We've got assistance, they've got assistance. We know what this is. This is still this is still an area of polarity that we are navigating and moving our way out of, and so there is a vast amount of energy that we can willingly and intentionally avoid if we choose to do so. So Merlin has stepped forwards this morning. He hasn't given it a specific name, but he is looking at literally cleansing, balancing, and the words that he used, decontaminating our fields. Because the second we engage with it, the second we tune into it, the second we actually give it our attention, be that the news, be it the news from the 3D sources, be it the news being interpreted by light workers on the pathway that are bringing forward the truth, every single little facet of this actually empowers that 3D picture, the thing that a lot of us believe that we have to fight. There's a lot of this fight pattern coming up. We are at war, we are at fighting. We're not. We are evolving, we are moving up, we are elevating our vibration out of that soup that we have been in for a very, very long time. In order to do that, we need to be very aware of the fact that whatever we are engaging is either going to raise our vibration or it is going to contaminate it. Okay, and that stuff immediately becomes involved with our bodies, our fields, our chakras, everything that we are thinking. And a lot of that oppressive feeling of stuckness, or maybe a little bit of hopelessness at the moment, that is all a pre-programmed field that is designed to hold us where we were, and we're not going to do that. So just take a few moments now. This is the Monday meditation. It's a quick and easy and effective way to move forwards and just start your week shiny and bright. So close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe into your heart as you do so, and out through your mouth. And the second you start breathing into your heart, you might even want to place a crystal upon your heart, or you might want to place your hand upon your heart and consciously breathe. Breathe in. And your heart will welcome your attention, your intention. Feel it begin to expand. And keep breathing your heart filled outwards. And after about 3 or 4, maybe 5 breaths, you will find yourself surrounded by a field of pure golden and white light. This is your heart field. It is impenetrable to lower frequencies. It is filled with light. It is filled with the vibration of truth, integrity, unconditional love. Just allow yourself to rest for a few moments in this. And as everything goes still, be aware that you are now being joined by Ascended Master Merlin and my cockerel. Now Merlin is stood directly in front of you. He is dressed in beautiful golden green robes. And as you are looking at each other, he is smiling and just holding out his hand to place upon your physical crown chakra. And as Merlin touches your crown, just start to feel a very beautiful vibration beginning to move down through your bodies and fields. But more particularly your physical body at this moment in time. So feel Merlin's light moving down through your crown, your third eye, your ultra major at the back of the neck, your throat, your thymus, your heart center, your solar plexus, your navel, your sacral, and your base, your physical unit. And he moves his hand away from your crown, and he holds his hands out to holds his hands aloft with his palms upwards, and he calls down a wind that looks like it is moving in a circular motion. And he begins to move this so that it forms a ball within his hands. And it looks almost like a miniature version of the storm layer that has been circling our planet for nearly 2.5 years now. And holding this in his hands, he begins to expand it now. This is the field of alchemical decontamination, and he is now allowing this to move over and through your physical body. So feel it moving from the top of your head, your crown, your head, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your stomach, your hips, your legs, and your feet. And as he does this, this wind is moving round clockwise and anti-clockwise. It is clearing everything from your physical body that is not vibrating at your optimum frequency. This can be implants, it can be other people's energies, it can be stress that you are holding within your muscles, it can be reactions to what is going on. Anything that you are holding, maybe even the pattern of a physical illness, this will bring it to the surface so that you can review and release it. Let this physical clearing take place now. So this alchemical cyclone, this wind that Merlin is using, feel it clearing everything within your physical body. It is literally picking up anything that is not vibrating with your optimum frequency, and it is picking it up and alchemizing it and moving it into higher light. Just feel those winds blowing through you now. And then Merlin is moving his beautiful field clearing energy into your mental body. Now your mental body, it might be moving fast at the moment. It might be alerted to things that you regard as danger, or you may have picked up on other people's thought processes. Just allow this cyclonic energy, Merlin's wind of clearance, the decontamination, to move through your mental body now. Just sit quietly while he does this for you. You might even see the thoughts as physical words or or objects being picked up in the cyclone of energy, whipped around and alchemized into higher light. This is your mental body. Just feel it being cleared and balanced and aligned. And as Merlin is just helping you with this work, feel your mental body aligning to the thought structures and processes of your highest self. So just allow that calm, clean, diamond sharp mindset just to start to settle in as all of the nonsense is spun out. Then Merlin expands this field and he brings it into your emotional body. Now your emotional body may be full. It is processing the emotions of past lives. It is processing the emotions of karma that you have taken on. That might not just be your karma, it might be the karma of your ancestors, all of those that came before you. We have many lifetimes that we are processing and releasing at the moment. And as the shadows come up, the emotions will be released to the light. So allow Merlin, with this cyclonic energy, this wind, this beautiful high frequency decontamination, to move through your emotional body now. any frustration, any expectation, any fear, any anger, any disharmony, any ill will towards others, be that anybody in a position of so-called power, anybody that you regard as the enemy at the moment. Feel all of this being removed and just returning your emotional body to a pure, clear, high vibrational state. You might feel your emotional body whipped around a little bit as the cyclonic wind moves through it. Feel it moving up and feel it moving down. You might even feel the wind moving sideways. And then Merlin begins to expand this cyclonic energy further until it starts to encompass your spiritual fields. Now, your spiritual fields are vast, they're big, okay? They're not contained to the aura that we used to have. Your spiritual fields extend for many, many miles around you. The distance would surprise you. And contained within that energy is the thoughts, the processes, the experiences of all the other people that are living on this planet, going through their own personal universal state at this moment in time. So Merlin is now holding his hands aloft and he is bringing down a large, beautiful cyclone of energy to completely clear your spiritual fields. Make this as large as you want. You can visualize it expanding for miles around you and just cleaning all the dross, all the additions that you don't need, all of the unnecessary clutter, the energies that do not belong to you, out of your spiritual fields at this moment in time. Just give him permission to do this and just literally see the debris whipping around in the cyclone of energy and then being alchemized into light instantaneously. Now just allow Merlin as long as he needs to do this work. And you'll notice he's being joined by green and gold dragons now. These are Merlin's personal dragons. And they are lighting up and balancing your bodies and fields. So spiritual, emotional, mental and physical. Clean, bright, shining, clear, back to their optimal frequency. Just take a few moments to allow this. And as your fields in your body begin to clear, the wind slows down. Merlin's storm, the cyclone of decontamination. And he steps back and just allows the wind to dissolve in his hands. Now just take a few moments to stand face to face with Merlin now. He places his hand upon your heart, and in return, if you wish, place your hand upon his. And just take a few moments to steady yourself. Ground your highest frequency in. Ground yourself into Mother Earth. And speak this word out loud 3 times. Unify, unify, unify. And then remove your hand and place it back on your heart center. Feel your physical, mental, emotional and your spiritual bodies lined up as one. A unified, powerful, grounded field of light. Okay? So take a few moments now to thank Merlin, thank his dragons, thank your higher self and your fields for offering up anything that may have come to the surface to be released, to be spun out, to be cleansed, to be decontaminated this morning. Now you can repeat this process as often as you wish. You can call in Merlin to work with you at the moment as often as you wish. The help that may have felt like it was a little bit absent recently, it is coming back in now. But the most important thing at the moment is to, and these are Merlin's words, is to stay out of contamination, to retain our light. Easier said than done when we've got all of this going on around us, but we will benefit so much from it on the other side of this solstice, and we will have so much more space within us, so much more ability to integrate the light that is coming in. And whilst we're on the subject of cleansing and clearing all of the energies that we may have been picked up or creating ourselves, I know a lot of you are looking forward to joining Mia Kafkios and I on Wednesday. Okay, we're going to be doing the powerful clearing the energies of 2021, and we're really looking forward to this one because there's so much that's come through. It's building nicely, so we'll see you there. Lots of love. Back on Friday. Bye for now.